Laura Williams, who can give some tips on shaping up for the summer. Why? Because fat photos are the #1 motivating factor that people need to make them lose weight. Because unflattering holiday snaps, Laura, we're talking about here, are being plastered all over things like Facebook. Is this right?
This is right, Eamon. I think what's really interesting is that we're getting just a snip of what it's like for celebrities who need to keep the pounds off all the time because every time they go out for a pint of milk, they're snapped.
So why does anybody care? I mean, so people are baiting each other, are they, over this?
I think so. And do you know what I think is really staggering? Is that 20% of people will make a decision based on their diet or exercise, based on this Fitbit research, on what their Facebook pictures look like and where they're being tagged, but only 11% will act on the advice of healthcare professionals.
Oh, so vanity plays a big role there.
Vanity and what other people think. I think it's incredible that effectively what you're saying is, look, if I'm told that the risk of cardiovascular disease, that I may or may not do something about that, but the thought of someone who I was in brownies with seeing my muffin top on the beach is going to propel me into the gym. Well,
look, the sort of thing we're talking about, we've got 2 examples of this. Hopefully they're neither mine nor Charlotte's. Not that Charlotte would have anything to worry about. Why? So let's have a look at these and let's see why these would cause so much embarrassment. We've got these examples. Oh. Well, actually, see, we have a paste from Facebook, but we've pixelated them out. They're so offensive, so we can do no comparison at all. Anyway, so this is the latest trend. So who's putting them there? These are evidence that someone has of one of their friends, then.
Yeah, absolutely. Friends are taking pictures and then tagging people, and they're not liking what they look like. But there are settings, aren't there, on Facebook? I think is the issue. There are settings you can choose to not be tagged in pictures, or you have a say in this.
Well, I was going to say, look, do you think it's the case that, you know, obviously we all flick through magazines and you see all these kind of holiday wear adverts and things like that, and because we don't wear our holiday gear very often, it's not like we're lounging around in bikinis the whole time. It's only when you see that in a photo you think, oh, actually, that doesn't look quite like it did in the magazines. You have this sort of idyllic image, in a sense, of what you might look like, but reality can sometimes be quite different.
I think reality is very different, and as we know, the camera has pounds, and I think you don't have any choice about which angle it's taken from. I think a lot of people apparently Photoshop their own profile pictures, and then the real you is there, possibly in an unflattering form. But I think you do have a say in that. And I think if that motivates you to do something really positive, that could be a good thing.
Then there's the negative thing as well, body image, this whole thing about body image and maybe this sort of bullying that can go on online.
Absolutely. I mean, I know this has been in the news a lot recently. I mean, I think, to be honest, if you feel really vulnerable and exposed, you need to look at your presence on social networking sites, I think, and look at blocking. And I think you have to take care of yourself and your self-esteem.
But Laura, you're a good example of this because you are a self-confessed former couch potato.
Yeah.
And you were able to do something about it. Tell us your story.
I used to, I mean, really, I am a couch potato at heart. I always say that, and I was a smoker. And when I stopped smoking, I gained weight. But I did it in exactly the way that I suggest people do it now, which is in small steps.
You know, what was your first step?
Stopped smoking, and then I got a healthy eating habit. But what I found was eating pounds of cashew nuts had exactly the same effect on my waistline as eating loads of donuts.
See, I'm thinking of starting smoking, actually, which would stop me nibbling. You know, it's like a nervous reaction. Well, one's bad. People who smoke, a lot of people smoke to keep weight off, don't they?
I know, but then you're presenting your poor little body with a whole set of other problems, I think, in terms of health.
Just nibble on carrots instead.
Oh,
nibble on carrots?
Yum, yum, can't wait. Look forward to all that. But it is about, you know, for most people, maybe a month away to their summer holidays or so. If you were to give them any sort of hope in that window, what would you say to them?
Cut down your snacking, downsize your food portions, cut out the takeaways, and get a doable exercise habit. And in a month, that will make a difference.
Do you know what? It's simple, isn't it?
It's free. Eat less, move more, work.
It's the willpower that's the hard bit, isn't it?